Today, as requested and promised, we will be playing some Elves to try out the buffs to Elias and the buffs to Erlerin. So, she lost the provision. Elias is now a 7 for 8 that spawns 2 Elves, which is really good value, especially with the Angus. So, we're going to play a pretty normal Elf deck. Basically here, we just kind of looked for everything that had Elf in its name and put it in our deck. There's not too many options here. I did end up going with a Heatwave over a Yavin, I decided, running into some cards that are really tall, things like King Trum, occasionally. Other just really tall, problematic cards, so I went with this over the Yavin. Both are good. I also tried out a version with the Call the Forest for a while there, so I took a while to get to this deck. I was trying different variants. And I tried a version with Call the Forest just because Reardane's our only real consistency card, and we don't always draw him. Thought this would be useful, but I played 3 games with it, never drew Call the Forest, like whatever. We'll just play this. So as far as the deck itself, we have the Saber, pretty self-explanatory there. Death, Reardane, Vernociel, Angus, the Elias. We'll just go through, like all the Elves you kind of have to play, right? You got to play the Death, Reardane, Vernociel, Angus, the Elias, Isengrim, Erlerin. The bronzes or whatever. There's some ones, definitely ones that are better, like Saboteur after his buffs is really nice. And then for the other stuff, we want the Heatwave. You could swap this out if you want. I also consider Double Lock as an option. Decide to go with the Heatwave. And then for the traps, we're doing Sticky Situation, Deception, which, I mean, you have to play Deception. It's super strong. And then we've got a Pitfall and an Incinerating Trap. I also tried without Sticky Situation for a bit because people were playing around it, but the times they don't play around it, it's just so good that I think you want to play it. Maybe go like really high MMR, everyone can avoid it, but some decks just can't play around it, and it's incredibly strong. So we're going to keep it in here for now. But if you cut this, you can add things like the Call of Force we mentioned. Probably go back to the Yavin and do that. And then that's kind of it. Oh, we're also playing a Maxi here, because I just really like Maxi lately. She's super strong. But that is the deck. As far as the bronzes, we're going to play a double Waylay. A little bit of extra ping damage. You can follow up on an Incinerating Trap, follow up on a Pitfall Trap to kill important stuff. You can follow up on things like that. Follow up on potentially a Trickster if you really need to. So that is the deck. And just as well for the Waylays, I just like them. There's other Elves at 4 provisions. I would rather these be backup plans. Obviously, we don't have provisions for that. But the other 4 provision Elves I'm not thrilled about. Like, this takes too long, even though I kind of like it. This is okay-ish value, but it's not great. The Bonded, even if they get the Bonded off, they're not amazing. And I guess you can play Swordmaster, does the ping damage as well. That does do setup with the Waylays itself, but we're not going to cut something else for it. And we're playing the 1 Sappers here just in case we need an offensive Purify. But that is the deck, guys. Let's go get into some games and see how it performs. Should be quite strong. I've seen this deck a lot. Basically, our idea for this deck is from seeing other people play and just kind of followed suit. Some bounty here, most likely. Emiliano. He's going first. That is a bit annoying. I don't think we need a squirrel here. You can grab either Sticky Situation or the Scenario. Against him, I think we'd want the Situation. Because I think we're going to need the Scenario for later if he's going first. And it loses value quickly as the game goes on. We still have to draw it or Reardane. We should thin in an Erlen this round potentially. I don't think we will. I think he'll just commit pretty heavily because that's what Bounty likes to do. So Witch Hunter. Get our Angus down. Sounds like we're making hamburgers or something when I say that. I'm sure he's just going to play around the Sticky Situation. We can always flip it for hand buff, since he's going to win this round anyway. One thing we can always do here, I guess we should do this. We can always, once he flips this, or does it say what I'm looking for? Yeah, when they pass while it's face up, it locks itself. So if he passes, we can flip it for 6 hand buff, then play the card we hand buff to get ahead. I want to play all of our traps here, just because we want to have one to go with our Reardane. And obviously he's playing around the sticky situation here. Keep the crushing trap. He's scaling his bounty and his leader, or his leader and his bounty payoff cards. This game is going fantastic for our opponent right now, by the way. Which isn't great for us, obviously. We'll have to pass here. Sticky situation played for 0, but I mean, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes it plays for 0, sometimes it plays for 40. So I'm not a big fan of it, but I think we do have to play it because I ran into too many situations where I was playing without it and it just would have won games. There's our Reardane. Sappers is actually okay because of the bounty. We redrew there. We had a chance of drawing Aileron, but any of our golds here would be nice. See what Maxi gets us. We're going to draw into everything. So we're going to draw these. We'll have to shuffle back. For round 3, we'll draw these 3. We'll put a trap back into our deck. And then can't redraw the last card, because it would be Aileron. Gotta remember that. Probably, will we get last say is the question. Let's play this here. There's a chance he goes like Witchfinder this turn, where it'd be really good. If he wants the 2-round push. It's not good into like Slander, Hysteria type stuff, but he's already played one of each of those and a Witch Hunter. So, go with the Curt approach. It's fine, I suppose. I think we have to play the Deception here. Just thin our deck out and try and draw a scenario for round 3. He's going to leader us for 2-0 push, right? No, he's not. Interesting. Let's do the Reardane. Naturally, we forgot to put down a leader charge first, but this should be okay. I don't really want to play the Deception, because we're going to draw into it, so this is a bit greedy. It's not forgetting, but it might cost us a 2-0 here. We'll see. At this point, it looks like it would have been worth getting rid of the Scoundrel. Feels bad to do now, because he's already gotten so much value from it, but it is his only bounty spender right now. And now he's free to go to all of this. He probably passes here, right? Yeah. You can go Isengrim. You do this in 1 liter.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, Isengrim's got a lot of potential round 3. We'll thin out the Erler in there. We had the leader to thin her out anyway, that's why I thought that'd be better than Isengrim. I guess the Isengrim we save her for round 3. Might have been better that way, actually. That means we don't have to worry about this redraw, though. I'm guessing better than a waylay. So I like that. These decks pretty much always play Heatwave if they're non-devotion, and they usually are. This Heatwave's really strong, because you still get the coins. Question here is, can we outvalue an Ignatius Brute? And which finder, probably. Probably not is going to be my guess, but we will see. Pretty sure this gets killed by like a Slander or something. He's going to have a bounty for this. His perfect hand is like Witchfinder, Ignatius, Brute, Freak Show, probably. I'll do the Slander on it. That makes total sense. The next turn we can fire a melee Vernociel for a whole bunch. We have enough Deadeyes that'll be worth more than the ranged. See the potential of killing this. Kind of worried about a Freak Show killing off our stuff there, but he doesn't have the coins for it. So he's gonna get, what, Brute for sure, Brute Ignatius? He didn't have either. So Brute Ignatius, what's left? Can we outvalue it? That's the only question. Is that 1 damage on his leader? I'll also save that to combo with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Deadeyes. That's 12 damage. He has 12. But since they're odd numbered, do the Isengrim first, otherwise we waste this tunnel drill. Not tunnel drill, the waylay. So we won't have a target to hit after Vernociel's deploy goes off. We missed out on 1 point from Isengrim. Or no points on Isengrim this way. Last card's Brute. But I think the Vernociel's just going to come down for too much. I think that's just too much, even with Brute. Yeah, it's a big Brute. But it's not enough, so GG. Deception Scenario is worth a ton. Pro 100 Kostian. Reckless Flurry. Cursed Scroll, interesting. Makes me think of Casino. Lippy, or some type of Lippy. Sticky Situation we do like here, I think. We can work with this hand, that's for sure. Normally we love to see the Sapper or Saboteur with a Sticky Situation because it can get a guy on both sides of it right away. Don't have that at the moment. And I hate wasting a leader charge, just get points from it. We're playing Funeral Boat Lippy, I guess. The machine gun with the seagulls is very real. %100% Lippy deck. So we need this round 1. Question, is it worth just going scenario? Well, we do want to play Angus before anything else, right? So let's do that first. And in this case, I think it is worth using one of our leaders here, because this is one of those decks we have to win round 1 against. We're like saving those for Venalciel round 2 or 3, but in this case, I think it's warranted. He might just leader himself to try and get us here. He's going to remove the sticky situation. Makes sense. That's quite strong. We do have Deception as our only artifact left other than Feigned Death. Go Avalok, Feigned Death. Do we win the round? And is that worth committing to? That's the question.
Don't dare think you can escape.
Gets us to a tie, and we'll take a tie. We'll just pass on a tie. He won't accept the tie. Shoot, destroy artifacts here. Okay, he's gonna get this round. There it is. Well, I guess he doesn't have the round yet. We can't let him have it. We're gonna keep trying here, but deploy Airlaren out too.
We will take back what was stolen.
Is there a Dea? I'm gonna curse scroll for something probably, if you can find it. Nope. It's thinking maybe you'd have the Troll Porter and want to get it. Let's give him a chance to pass here. I think a longer round 2 would benefit us more than him. Not a very good crushing trap. I was thinking he might go for another tutor or something there. Play Isengrim. Guess it's ahead, which is really nice. Master Mirror. Such a cool card. Love myself a Master Mirror. Alright, he's gonna get something random here. What is it gonna be? It was... Oh, that's insane! Destroyed by RNG. No, he just got us. There's no coming back from that. Okay. Kraken got us. Master Mirror winning the round for him there. Insane. We're just dead now, I think. We committed really hard to this round. I don't think we can survive his round 3. Such good RNG on that Master Mirror. If we just lose to RNG, I can accept that, because we can just say it was RNG, but it's still a bit annoying, to be honest. I think Kraken's the best card in the game for him there. Get a Werewolf. That's not a good trade for him. He loses 6 points of tempo on the Lippy. Not you. I want to play you. He might try for a 2-0. So he has the Oniromancy to grab the Shoop again. We did put back our Purify, because we can get it with Reardane. I think he's thinking about Oniromancy Shoop Resilience. Elf and Onion Soup. What are we getting? More RNG? What is it? Can we get better than the Kraken? I don't think it's possible. That's okay. It's a really good time to play this. Sets up the Reardane and gets us up. It's got Oniromancy plus a mystery card. He's gonna go Master Mirror again. I respect it. One thing to know is if we don't play Reardane here, he's not gonna be able to trigger the Elf Search. That being said, I'm okay with that. A nice pass out of him. He does have double leader still. He still has his Redea and Shoop in his deck. No Oniromancy though. Is that one random gold here? Do we think it's a combi? Because we could keep this against it. Realistically though, it's not worth it. This might get heat waved. He hasn't shown it yet. Yep, there's the heat wave. Bricks this, bricks this. Probably wins now.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, he's gonna get this. We're only gonna keep playing here just to see what his random card he made was.
Every fortress has a weak point.
So we do end up just losing this game to that Kraken round 1. That RNG on, yeah, it was combi. That's okay, we don't need that card, actually, for real, though. Wait a minute. I talked about keeping this. If we kept this, we actually would win here. Isn't this worth 13? We do win still. That's a... Okay. We almost just lost that Kraken RNG. I was so sure it's going to be a Shoop there. But the combi just plays for 4 tempo. We discarded a Reardane that wasn't going to do anything. So that's really close win there for us. Interesting game. We almost just lost to Master Mirror RNG on that Kraken. Because that round 1 just lets him do whatever he wants. If he doesn't do that, we win round 1. Round 2 push, he can't do his stuff. Louise Nawab. Guerrilla Tactics could be a Shiru, and Shiru is a hard counter to us. So we cannot just count on going round 3 until Shiru's out. Hard pressure round 1 now. If it is a Shiru Devotion deck, though, they can't really avoid activating Sticky Situation. Yeah, this is a Shiru Devotion midrange deck. How do we avoid getting destroyed by Shiru?
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's grab this. They do play a lot of specials, but stuff like backup plans, create units. The oak critters are like their best unit. It's a 4 version that triggers it. A lot of his stuff's low enough value that can trigger it. And I guess for us, he has to watch his Shiru around Incineering Trap and Pitfall. That'll just trigger the sticky situation. Surprised he didn't go for a kill on us there. This is insane tempo. We didn't play the Angus yet, but I want to take advantage of being able to destroy the Avlok Sage for the Elias while we can. Yeah, he's going to have trouble just dealing with sticky situation here. This turn he can do it still. Now that he's used that order, we can go in with the Neophyte. Let's put it here to avoid a double 7 Shiru potential.
We will take back what was stolen.
He can pass here this turn. Probably his last chance, unless he's going to start committing big golds. Archer's pretty good here. I was playing Archer in this deck before. I think backup plan's just better. So there's no Great Oak potential for him here. I kind of want to keep it that way, so don't really want a Trickster. Let's play this. All right, get a pass. We will take that. I think what we do here is we go scenario round 2. Well, hopefully we draw it. We want to go scenario in 1 round. That's short. And then the other round, he's going to shear our guys. So we got to be careful with this. Maxi's a good draw. His hand's really good, except for this, because he's not going to have anything we really care about locking. He's not just going to like play shear and not use it. I think this round we hard push with the Reordain and Maxi. He's going to answer it with the Shiru. We try and do round 3 with Deception Vernaciel leaders.
Yes, that would fit perfectly.
What are we looking at? We want to do this before we do the Reordain.
And now one shall break you.
Alright, so we're not drawing Feign Death here. It means we are just sticking this on the bottom. Hopefully that lets us draw into it. Comes the Oak Critters. For round 3, we just want to try and just have these two with Feign Death and Deception. That's our plan. Reordain does play it, so we want to keep the Reordain as well. So we want to keep these 3. We probably can't just pass here, though, because we lose to Shiru. The Shiru is an issue. Like, there's no way around it. Shiru's just a problem. We can't go for a normal long round 3 here. He would just win. we even have a trap in our deck? We have deception, right? Yeah. We just have to we have to try and push really hard here. So let's grab deception. And then for our elf, let's do a saboteur. We're gonna have to split up our stuff suboptimally.
I seek victory, not glory.
But we can't just go to round 3. Shiro just kills everything. We're super weak to it. The Shiro threat is just too... It's just super annoying here.
For the daisy of the valley! Elren has shown us the way. No mercy!
Got all in. He's gonna do his Shiro on us now. The only good thing is since he played Council, he can't get it to 5 unless he's already hand buffed it with the Harvest. Which he probably did, to be honest.
Feign not ignorant. Remember to
Maybe not. If he didn't hit it... So he hit this. He hit this with the Harvest. It's at 3. There's no other hand buffs. So it comes down at 5. Sure, it comes down at 6, I mean. It comes down at 6. I'm 6 because of this. Call of Force gets to 4. He only has 2 total hand buff. And we saw it was on Simloss. Make sure we're not crazy here. Yeah. The eyes are in with the archer. I think we can just kill him with the Vernacial 2-0 potential.
I'll do so sword in hand.
As long as the Shiro can't hit. It can hit here. It can hit our 4s if he calls the Forest. There's no way around that, though. Because he also has a 4, so it's not the biggest Shiro. He can also ping our guys down to 4 with his leaders. Call the Forest to Shiro. That's his big play here. He's going to do it, because it catches him back up quite hard. Question is to get him ahead, though. And he uses his leaders for it. He's going to dodge it on himself. Okay. Why'd that go to 7? That was just wrong. Alright. We win this game, by the way, if you draw Feign Death at this point. Because even if he doesn't do that with his Shiro, which was wild. Ophir Contable. Wonder what he's playing here. Haven't seen any Raid Warriors yet this season, I don't think. Actually, might have been a couple. But maybe we're going to finally see some. We have seen another good variety of other stuff, though. This looks pretty good overall. Open this, play this. Let's see what he's got. Gotta respect the sticky situation. I think he's thinking about how to play around it. This is the one thing with sticky situations. Even if it doesn't get value, or a ton of value, the opponent has to mess up their plays, their ordering, so much just to respect it. To try not to trigger it for a little bit. Seen some Renfree and as well in this leader recently. Golden Necker. Golden Necker, I've seen a bit of this too. Oops, I meant to play Angus there. Pretty sure it was next to Angus. Whatever. Lose 1 point. I'm pretty secure about this round here. Let's get that point back with the potential on the neophyte this makes as well.
Round up the prisoners. I shall not fail.
We will take back what was stolen.
Yeah, this definitely looks like Golden Necker. Not the first time I've seen this deck this season. Not sure why it became popular, or I only saw like once before. Not sure. I almost want to play Mahakam Horn over this, just because it messes the opponent so much.
You wish you could kick my tail off.
They both wouldn't trigger for a while if they avoid it. Do we feel the need to Heatwave the Alula? Probably not worth it.
Time for you to die, Dwan.
Above sabotage,
We're gonna get hit with the Brockvar Warrior here, and maybe the Herksha. The Warrior would trigger. The Herksha would be his best play here. Still gonna pull a Great Sword out pretty soon too. The thing is, we have a really nice Elias coming. If we need it. Probably will do. He gets 10 off of this. We go Maxi. It gets us to... he would be, what, up by... Still be down? See what we're looking at here.
Once death on you, no one gets to fool me twice.
So at this rate, we are going to get Vernacio. See these 5. We put 2 back. Good chance we get Reordain round 3. We wouldn't get another artifact for him. I think we keep this. Just hope for the Reordain. I guess he's able to play around our sticky situation quite effectively here. But we can always hand buff the Isengrim for big play later. I'm also debating if we want to Heatwave the Great Sword to deny Megascopes on it.
Hate it when they run.
I think we do. I don't want Megascope value on that. The only thing we'd want to hit is Ciri or the Arnagod. Not Arnagod. Arnulf. And this is one of the reasons, by the way, I was trying out different versions without Sticky Situation, because when they don't trigger, it's just an 8 points, 8 provision, 0. You do get hand buff, but like basically, it's nowhere near good enough then.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
I think we play the Elias tempo here.
Love is
That's the last thing we do is play Isengrim. I don't want to play the Isengrim. We probably should have flipped Sticky Situation there. But if he triggers it during this turn... Yeah, see, there's the Megascopes. He gets 9 instead of 10 on the Greatsword. So he's ahead here. Just drop like Isengrim here. Hopefully that's good enough. So we're not playing the last 2 cards in our hand. The worst thing would be if he goes Ciri here. That'd be what, 17 points, gets him to 55. We're passing no matter what he does here. What's the big Alula value? Not the biggest. He's going to win this. He's still going to have his Golden Necker. Got his leader. He's got everything he wants here, but we cannot continue pressuring. Since he dodged the Sticky Situation the whole round, it's kind of what got him this win. This round win, I should say. The really sad thing is if he opens with a card round 2, we're probably forced to play Deception. So even if you trade one card, he plays a card, we play a card, we'd have to play another card anyway because Deception wouldn't go off in time. I think we would have to play it. What's he thinking of? He can't Ciri without full leaders. Yeah, that'll do it. Guess we should have Heat Waved Alula. I didn't think he'd have access to another thing for it this round. We should have killed the Alula. Best thing for us if he just passes here. Obviously he won't. He'll throw down a Ciri if he has it. That could work. It doesn't really though. We have to play Ciaran first. He can't 2-0 us, but if he just does like a fake push, we're forced to waste a ton of value. So it probably is best if he just goes Ciri pass, we go Ciaran on nothing, then play this. That's our optimal outlook here. Since that's optimal for us, it means he's going to do the opposite and just all-in. Or fake all-in, I guess. As long as we save Vernociel triple leaders, we should be okay against everything except Golden Necker. It's the Herrickshire. So we have to play the Deception here.
He's a madman.
Can't just not play the Deception. Because if he plays another card, it's going to start running out of time for it to tick without us being forced to play these. Now it would be great if he played Ciri once again. We can always spring this to summon the 2, but we not want to do that. If we can keep these 2, he should be good. My guess is he might want to drop Golden Necker near the end of this round for an all-in. What are we doing here? A Bear Witcher? It's not great for him, to be honest. You can't click the order on it now because it's ranged. So we can't go Sniggerfish's right, click the order. We are going to get 12 points on the Deception. Yeah, he's going to all in with the Golden Necker. Not surprising to me at all. We're going to have to go with the Elf scenario. Gets his Siri. That's painful. So we didn't want him getting. If he all-ins with the leader, we can probably keep our leader.
Don't dare think you can escape.
Deadeye, I'll do so sword in hand.
I don't think he'd all in here because it's pretty risky at this point. He's only up by 10, 11. He's only up by 11. Guess he does have a 11 value leader. You go up a card for Nasiel though. He's gonna all in.
Wanna know why I got my scar?
His offering. Really good offering.
Oh, that it's not for me.
I'm gonna play our Vernasiel here. We'll purify the Siri. Vernasiel does a couple damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 10. Probably does 9, because one's gonna ping this. So 9 plus 5 is 14. That gets us to 39 effective. Then we have the Waylay.
Aim between the eyes. Leave none alive.
Time to die. I'll do so.
Then end of turn, we get the 1 point from Commando. Just to make sure we don't have any Sirens left, because that would block the 1 point. Double check that there. And we should be good here, because he's used his Golden Necker, no Siri carryover, and we have leader charges. It's just leader charge value for round 3. Can we do anything with Reordain? Yeah, we got a couple of these. He's pretty good here. I do like this because it spawns 2 cards. You can absorb some damage potentially. He still has Cinnigriff as right, which is one thing to worry about. Does he go? It's our trap. We'd spring this. I guess we open with this even if it plays badly into right. This plays badly into right, but we want to have time to have this trap spring too. The traps do badly into Drummond Berserker. Okay, this works out really well then. Hopefully he's holding a Megascope. What elf are we getting here? Just a neophyte, probably. So I would have time. Let's do this. I want to click its order. Imagine if Cinnigriff is right here. Try and get something back for a Megascope. You already played Bear Witcher, but the other one was off of the scenario. A scenario of the artifact.
Double the coin and consider it done.
Time for you to die, dwarf. Once ours, we shall win back. Aaron has shown us the way.
This should be enough. I imagine that was a Megascope. Or right, one of the two. GG. That's going to be Elves for you guys. Pretty standard deck, like I said at the beginning, but there's really not much flexibility. When building this, you kind of just put in all the stuff, and then you have a couple of choices. But overall, it's fun to play. I do think Elves are very strong right now. They are quite good. Are they the best Scoia'tael deck at the moment? Hard to say, because I never like definitively answering that question. But other than avoiding it, it's a very good deck for Scoia'tael at the moment. Overall, I do like it. It's more of a, I wouldn't say combo-y. It has a lot of point slam to it, some small combos. It almost reminds me of Self Wound, where it has some 2-card combos you really want to get off. It's not really like that, because those combos are more of them. But there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and it's quite fun to try and figure it out. The only thing that I'm really missing here is a bit of consistency, because Reardane we always get late. Like, we always draw him around 3 or something. Not always, but happens enough that we'd like an early tutor for him. Maxi helps address that, but not the best. And I think, like I said, Sticky Situation's one for me where I would perfectly fine taking this out for Crushing Trap. Crushing Trap can have some really good payoffs as well. Or you can just go down by the 1 provision. Put in the Mahakam Horn if you're feeling spicy. We might do that, because Mahakam Horn mind games pretty hard. It's not nearly as good as Sticky Situation when it goes off, but it mind games pretty well. And there's Serpent Trap as well. No one is playing around Serpent Trap at the moment, because they all think it's Sticky Situation. When no one's playing around Serpent Trap is when Serpent Trap is really good. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. We could put that in over Sticky Situation, gain provision. Probably bump up one of the, probably a Waylay to like a backup plan, because I like backup plan better. Or one of the Archers. Those are both okay. But yeah, this is the Elf deck. Overall, fun deck. I think Heatwave didn't perform great today. We might go back to playing Yavin. I'll also try and fit into Ruviel, but I tried her and she did not really work out, unfortunately. Not at the moment, at least. So, yeah, this is the Elf deck. Nothing crazy. Sure, you've seen several people playing something like this on the ladder, but it is very good. So, if you want to give it a shot at the moment, it's probably the best time to play Elves. Have some fun with it, and we will see you guys in the next one.